Hi guys, welcome back. This video, hopefully it will be a very short video, but please take your time to watch this video from the beginning till the end. I am going to make a little bit of sense on this video. If you live in Canada or if you live in the United States of America, then you need to watch this video. And same to everybody that lives in those two countries, because I am in the middle. Just let me say I am in the middle. Most of us, when we come from our home countries, we are immigrating. Many of us are immigrants. So if you're an immigrant, this video is for you. And I'm going to be talking about money. And I think you need to listen to this video because many of us have huge expectations where we are coming from. We want to earn big. We need to have like higher earnings, better economic power, and everything like that. Almost everybody wants to be successful. In the bid to be successful, you need to understand how money works. I am somebody that you could never catch me talking about money. Sorry, let me just say I don't like finance, but I like money. So I just want to make money, but I don't want to bother myself with all those Excel numbers, taxation. It sounds boring, right? You agree with me that it sounds boring. But my brother told me something. He said to me, how would you love money but you don't understand your finances? It won't work. If you're even paying somebody, even if you still understand, like even if it's a little bit, understand what it is. And that's what I'm going to be breaking down for you. I am so shocked, I am so surprised at myself that I am coming back here to do this kind of video, because this is never me. I'd rather do beauty videos, I'd rather do fashion, I'd rather do cooking, but money or finance, nah, that's not me. But in the middle of all this, money is involved, right? So come closer, please. I'll try to make this as short as possible. I'm going to be talking about 4 level blocks. If you're planning on making money and keeping your wealth, and I'm saying this with all seriousness, this is not to me trying to come after somebody because I want your money. No, I'm going to be advising you the same way this worked for me, and I'll paint a very good scenario for you guys. Number one thing you need to do is have protection. I'm not talking about the protection you're thinking of. I'm talking about protection for your life insurance. Some of us, we've listened to life insurance advisors, financial advisors, and we don't want to hear anything about it. Number one, even before you conclude, if I break this down for you, trust me, there's nobody that I have sat down with. I am just letting you know. But my team lead that we sat down with, that person will not be like, oh my goodness, you guys gave me in the way that I never understood. You just broke it down. And that is what worked for me. Even me, I don't like numbers. But I met somebody that broke it down. Let me even tell you to follow him, by the way. He's also on YouTube and he's on Instagram as well. On YouTube is Deyeye Paul. On Instagram is Deyeye Paul. That guy, I don't even know how he does it, but he broke it down because I don't like numbers. So we'll come back to that. Number one thing that you should think of is protection. If you're not protected, you can't work. How are you planning on making more money? Number one thing is that exactly, if you are incapacitated, if you are ill, if you are, for one reason you can't work, how do you think of making more money? Very few people in life actually can make money even while they are sleeping. Some very few people can make money 1 year, they've not done anything and they're still making money. Very few people can. Maybe the owner of McDonald's, all those kind of Tesla, Elon Musk and all that, Amazon, yes. But what's the ratio? What's the percentage? Many of us still need to physically work. Me, if I don't post a video in 1, 2, 3, 4 days, you understand? So, but there's a level that's the first thing you should settle for yourself before you even think of investing. Is somebody that has chopped well that will think of investing. So is not, don't think of investment yet. The first thing you should think of is protecting yourself, protecting your life. You are protecting your car. Your car, you're paying car insurance. The life that is driving that car, what happens to the life? God forbid somebody gets into a crash. The insurance company will replace the car. What about the life? Yes, life is gone, but what happens? Like, what's the next thing? So many of us don't think about that. And I think, I'm so sorry to say, Africans culture maybe as like make us like not even think about these things. We are not usually so logical. We don't even like, most of us just give it or leave it to chance. But no, we can't leave things to chance if we need to like go on and all that. It took a while for me to also get up to tell myself that, to me, take charge of your life. I told my husband, we need to take charge of our lives. We have dependents, we have people that we are supposed to take care of. So you can't just live life just like that. And you can't be living life pouring water into an empty basket. That's what I tell people, that you are paying money back to the government. Why don't you help yourself? Like, it's just as easy as that, honestly. Many of us, if I want to make this hair now, I'll look for $200 to make the hair. When something that has to do with my life, paying $50 every month, I'm leaving it and I'm saying I don't have enough budget for it. Please, guys, we need to do better, honestly. So protection is number one. Number two is debt management. Like, don't have like a lot of like credit on your name as much as possible. I know it is almost inevitable to be in this part of the world and not have one credit. Like, your credit is good, but have good debt, not bad debt. Basically, just manage your debt very well. If you can, your credit cards, pay it up on time. Your mortgages, of course, this is a no-brainer, pay it up on time. Talking about mortgages, it's very, very dangerous for you to plan on buying a house and you don't have life insurance. In fact, they tell you this. They might not tell you this, but this is advice. It's very, very dangerous for you to start thinking of owning a home and you're not planning to have life insurance set up. It's like a recipe for disaster. I am so sorry to use that word, but yes, it's not something that. So when you are making up your mind to buying a house, that's why most people say that buying a house is the least of everything. There's so many other things you need to factor in. So number three is emergency funds. You must have money for emergency. I have been in Canada for almost 2 years, and please feel free to counter me if I am wrong. The way people lose their jobs is not funny at all. Yes, I have seen this firsthand. People lose their jobs a lot. A lot of people are frustrated, they are tired. And this kind of country, how do you function? Because the bills are monthly, not annually. Where I come from in Africa, you can lose your job for 2 years and nobody knows. Your wife might not even know because probably you're living in your home, or maybe you've rented for 1 year or for 2 years. It's just even recently they changed it to like every year rent. Before, you could pay your rent for like 2 years and you're good. In 2 years, you've quickly picked up yourself, you've hustled again, you've made more money. So it was really, really comfortable for people. But here, it's not the same thing. Monthly, at least the ratio of those that buy houses on mortgage is like 90%. Very few people put the full cash down to buy house. So either you are servicing your rent or you're servicing a mortgage. You must pay something month on month. So what happens, God forbid, if one person loses his job or a job? What happens? So you need to have emergency funds, and God forbid, though, if the inevitable happens, because I have seen people that have lost their jobs. In fact, it used to be like a very sorry case before that. I've been like, oh my goodness, that's so. I am so sorry. So I met a guy recently, and the way I was like, I'm so sorry. It's like, I beg, it's normal. I beg, we'll be fine. I was like, he said to me, "Are you just new? Are you as in like, are you just hearing this? This is Canada. Like, that is why everybody needs to have like a side also or like side income, because you just never know. The company might just wake up today and just decide that okay, they are laying off like how many people. So I understand that, especially in Canada. I don't really see that happening in America. I don't know. Please feel free to correct me if I am wrong, but I know this happens a lot in Canada. So you need to have emergency funds. And lastly, investment. So you must have settled all this before you even think of investing. I know a lot of people have money. Probably you've made like extra 50K, extra 100K before you think of investing that money, because investment too can be long time. Think of all these factors first. Think of protecting yourself and your family. Talking about that, let me give you a quick story. So my mom, I've mentioned that on this channel. A lot of people know this already. My mom is British, by the way. She lives in the UK. My father is late. So my mom, I never knew she did this. In fact, I didn't understand them, because back to what I said in the beginning, I didn't like numbers. I didn't like Excel. I didn't like anything. I just like the money. I just like the cash. I didn't think of how to put two and two together to multiply it and all that. I just leave it to those that are professional. Thankfully, I have people that help me manage money. My husband, my brother, they are very, very good in doing that. So I used to leave it to them. Until when they were now telling me that you yourself, what is wrong with you knowing about all these things? So my mom, many years ago, did a life insurance plan in the UK. I never even understood what that was. So you can imagine a life insurance plan that you can still invest. How beautiful is that? And she relocated very, very late. She relocated at like 50. My mom turned 70 this year. So practically my mom has been in, 2015. I was in Covenant then. So that is 2015. 2005, sorry, 2005 was when my mom left Nigeria finally. She had been going and coming, but she left finally to go in 2005. I was just like in 200 level or so in Covenant when my mom left. So My dad had passed on, unfortunately. Then, even in Nigeria, it was a like it took us like 3 years before we could get some of my dad's money from his account, Wema Bank and GT Bank. It took a long time because he did not have a will. He did not do it like estate planning. He didn't have life insurance. In Nigeria, everything was frozen. Like we could not access 1 naira. So you can imagine if my mom was not there. I don't want to use the word my husband would use. We could have been messed up like big time. And this was us, two children in Covenant University. So fast forward, I think I had even left school when my dad passed on. Yes, I had left school, but of course, we were still like going through life. I was going to get married. My sister was going to get married, and so many things. You need money, you need things, and all that, right? So my mom just quickly went back when she, after everything had happened, my dad's money was still stuck. She went back to the UK and spoke with her accountant, and it was like, you have children, you have dependents, madam, do this thing, no, and you're old at this age. At least the earlier the better. Shall still start it. It's better than starting it when you're 60 years old. My mom started that life insurance plan with investment, even as a nurse in the UK, single person, not that she had a husband to help her, with her 50 pounds every month, or was it 100 pounds every month? I don't know how much she was paying. She was paying for life insurance and she was also investing. To us, future seems like a long time ago. Like it seems like a long time away, like the future will never come, right? Trust me, the future is here now because I am the future. Fast forward, when I was coming to Canada, I'm going to be saying this with all sense of humility. All sense of humility, guys. I probably, people look at me like, to me, you seem like you've been in Canada for a long time, or you seem to have figured it out. I didn't figure it out. My mother did. My mom paid that price on my behalf, on our behalf, on almost everybody's behalf, because the kind of life my brother has today, we are not billionaires yet, of course, but to an extent, we are kind of comfortable because of the kind of price my mom paid. This is the woman that she, in fact, it's painful. I don't like to say this. I don't say this on social media. It's not something that is palatable to say, but my mom went through hell, literally, in the UK. It was hell for her. This was someone that retired as it was like a very senior worker in the general hospital in Nigeria, leaving all that to come start afresh in the UK. It was bad. I don't even want to say how bad it was, but you can just envision it a little bit. She did all that all by herself, training 3 children and more, 3 children of our own, other children, giving us the very nice weddings we wanted. I said, if I say I want this mommy, she will do it. Until when she was like, you know that it's only me. But she was still investing, like, okay, one day. She never even knew that this future would come so soon. Fast forward, we're coming to Canada. My mom, my husband, because me, I did not even have plenty money. We're the ones like, okay, let's all support you, put USD, put pounds. By the time my mom went to withdraw money and put it down, like, do you understand? We're able to like have proof of funds, like, okay, I'm giving a gift deed to my children, that kind of thing. She was able to support us basically. That's what I'm just trying to say. She was able to support us. My husband had his money. My mom had the support she was bringing and all that. She was able to like, okay, say that, okay, these people, I'm going to be supporting them. And that support really went a long way for us in Canada. So if it seems like I have a soft or I had a soft landing, somebody else paid that price in the future. And the beauty of it is that she's still very much alive. And so I tell people that life insurance is not only for maybe when somebody passes on, even when you're alive, people can benefit from it. You can use it, it's like a gift to your children. And I told myself that I'm going to be doing this. Immediately we came, I'll be doing the same thing for my children as well, because it's how nice will it be that my son is graduating and there's something waiting for him. Like it doesn't have to, yes, that's why sometimes it feels like as if some people have it all. They don't have it all. Maybe somebody just thought about it and said, okay, let me do this for my child. And it does not mean that they had $1 billion doing it. $50 today, $10 tomorrow, it goes a long way, guys. We don't know how much that goes. Like, even me, I'm shocked, like, Mommy, how were you able to do this much? She said, it's also not me. Now, the money they are giving me is not even all my money. How much did I put? How much am I collecting? And the best part of it is that it is tax sheltered. You're not paying taxes on it. If you make an investment in this part of the world, there's capital gains tax, at least 50%. You invest 100K, you're not going to be getting 100K back. The government will collect 50% of that money. If it's even getting to like a 200K, you'll be collecting like 67%. Like my mom would say, it's like fetching water and pouring it into a basket. At the end of the day, you ask yourself, like, is it even really worth it? If you buy a house, you'll be taxed. It's maybe like your first home or something, you'll be taxed. Any kind of investment you're doing, you'll be taxed. The only form of investment that the government looks at, because it looks like as if you are protecting yourself, and they don't touch that one because they don't look at it as a form of investment, is life insurance. So people that are wealthy, that's why it looks like as if some people are making more money. I've seen a lot of people in this country that they use it for their children, they use it for their businesses, and it is very, very legal. Guys, I said I was going to make this video as short as possible. I didn't want to say so much, except for those that are interested. I have on YouTube, a lot of people have reached out to me, like told me, okay, now I am beginning to understand it, but I need more understanding. I schedule Zoom meetings with them free of charge. You're not paying me anything. Even if it is for you to have that financial knowledge the same way I have had, is very, very essential for you. It's very, very beneficial for you. You can't, I say it with 100%, like you can't live in this part of the world and maintain or live the same way you've always lived in Nigeria. No, you can't. You can't function this way. So many things my mom taught me. I'll mention that in a subsequent video. Things that helped us, like this life insurance, taking loans, like the required loans, is almost inevitable for you not to take loans, but take the good loans is almost inevitable, except you are coming with $1 million or $1 billion or something. It's almost inevitable. Loans, take the good loans, have good credit. And number three, if as much as you can, shelter yourself as a business owner. That way, the tax system favors you. As a nurse in the UK, she was able to do this. How she did it, I don't know. Very legal way. So she's registered as a business. So her nursing career is registered as a business. The kind of taxes she pays is different from the normal NHS tax and all that. So that's one thing she told me. That's one thing that I learned, which today, as at now, is working for me. I'm not saying this is the best practice. I'm just saying that so far it has worked, it is working, and I hope it will still continue to work. So guys, please feel free to reach out. You can reach out to me via email at iamtomiadenuga@gmail.com. So please, if you need more financial information, more financial knowledge, you live in the United States, you live in Canada, especially these two countries, I'll be very, very glad to share what I know with you. Not even just me, my team members, my team leads, like financial gurus. Honestly, the bane of, they always say this, that people you meet when you first get into a place, they've really set up the trajectory of how all that things pan out. Of course, with God and all that, but the people I have met when I came to Canada, goodness, people blessing. It's not as if you have $1 million, but when you meet people that they are leading you the right way, don't do this one. Because some people have even lost money because they didn't know who to talk to. So even if you are not even making more money, at least don't even lose the one that you have. Do you understand? So please feel free to reach out. I'll be glad. We can schedule Zoom meetings with you at your convenience. We'll enlighten you. We'll let you know what you can do and all that. And so that, yes, you make money for yourself. The money you are making, you don't lose it. You have more information and more knowledge of how you can even like help yourself. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly share, kindly subscribe, and please follow me on Instagram as well. There you catch me every single day. So even if I don't come here every day on Instagram, I am there every day. TikTok, I am there almost every day. So guys, please don't be a stranger. I'll see my subsequent videos. Stay blessed. Bye.